A very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so much for tuning on to the Life Signatures Radio, whatever place it is that you're tuned on to it. Thank you so much once again and welcome to another episode here. We are talking about street smartness. The 2 episodes back, we started talking about how exactly can we lead our children to be street smart? How can we raise street smart children? This is such an important message that I believe if you're a parent and you're listening to it, maybe you're in a group of parents and so on, please start sharing this message with as many of you as possible. In fact, start having discussions around this message and start looking at how can we change the way we are raising our children. How can we enhance their book smartness with street smartness? Which college or which school or which institute offers them these alternatives apart from them being book smart? Where can I take my child to learn public speaking? Where can I take my child to learn debating skills, negotiating skills? Where can I take my child to learn entrepreneurship? And where can I take my child to learn how to make things for themselves and sell? Where can I take my child to learn how to do sales and so on? Because listen, that's what's ruling the world right now. It's not book smartness. When you hear companies saying we don't require a degree anymore, not necessarily for you to have a degree to work for us, you know things have changed. So how exactly can we raise these kids? Let us start talking about that today. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
Well, even as we are continuing to talk about this, we need to think about this deeply. Because honestly, it is a deep thing. We are doing our kids a great disservice if all we are doing is try to fend for them and try to, give them privilege. One of the biggest mistakes we make as parents is to try all our best to give our children privilege instead of teaching them to be street smart. Now, I'm not saying you make your kids to suffer. I'm saying give them privilege, yes. Buy them sausages if you want. Let them have nice pair of shoes if you can be able to afford. Drop them to school if you want to do that. But don't negate to show them to be street smart at the earliest opportunity. And I know some of these things they need for us to protect our kids from predators and so on and so we've got to drop them, we've got to pick them and so on and so forth. But it will be advisable that a child, when the child comes of age, they should be able to board a taxi by themselves and pay the fare and and so on, because you did it as a kid, didn't you? Yeah, face it, you did it. So what is the first thing that I can teach you today about teaching these children to be street smart? 8 pillars in raising street smart children. Pillar number 1, survival. Survival. Have you ever watched that series? Is it what do they normally call those things? They call them, there's a name they normally call them, reality. Yeah, reality TV. Reality show called Survivor. There is such a lot to learn from Survivor. Survivor, what is the premise of Survivor? Guys come together in some kind of live competition, life competition, where they're given particular tasks. They're put in groups or put in couples or whatever it is. They're given specific tasks, and slowly they're eliminated until one person is left, or two people. The company that won is left. Survivor. They are put in extreme situations sometimes, and they're given this task that they should be able to accomplish this task. That's what we should do. Okay, let me calm down. And the first thing we need to teach our children is the art of survival. Not to force them to be survivors, but the art of survival. This is just done on a weekend when they are out of school, where we take them to a boot camp of sorts, where we if possible on a daily basis, we jog with them, we stretch with them, we do just simple physical exercises to increase their muscle strength. Anyway, survival is what we teach them on a daily basis. When a child is born, the parents take delicate care of them until they leave the house. Delicate. You will see how first-time parents treat their kids. And then you should see how they treat their third born or fourth born. The firstborn, when they just cried a little bit, hey, everybody is awake, alert. But when the fifth born is crying, nobody cares. Anyway, I'm kidding. We treat these children with so much delicacy. We give our children some level of privilege which is needed. Some measure of privilege to the capacity that each of us is able to. Those of us who can put them in Pampers, put them in a mosquito protected net, and fill the room with oxygen and all that stuff. We need to be aware that this privilege is a way of shielding these children from survival skills later on. And therefore we have to be deliberate in withdrawing privilege at some point in time. Withdrawing this privilege and start teaching them to be street smart. So that they know that this privilege is not an entitlement. I'm not entitled to be eating sausages every single morning. I'm not entitled to be my room to be clean. When you are a kid, they have to clean your poop, right? But they cannot continue doing the same. Can you believe it that their parents? Anyway, you withdraw these privileges, and you start creating a level of street smartness in them, a level of survival in them. How can we create this level of survival? There are 4-5 things that I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to finish them today. I'm going to start by talking about one. The one level is teach them to take care of themselves. This is absolutely important. You guys, some people have children in their houses. You even have dishwashers. You even have washing machines. But the kids, they want the maid to wash the dishes. They want the maid to wash their underpants. They want the maid to go and clean their rooms. That is a necessary privilege. It is not making these guys to be street smart at all. It is making them to be wimpy and entitled. And the philosophy of entitlement will not take anyone anywhere in this present age. People scoff at it. As early as possible, a child has to be taught how to take care of themselves in simple functions. Withdraw the privileges and teach them to take care of themselves. A 5-year-old should be able to bed themselves and spread their own bed. Even if it's clumsy, let them start from there. They should learn to take care of their stuff. Not necessarily in a selfish way, but should learn to be responsible of their stuff. This kind of training takes a long while, and it increases as the child develops. It keeps on increasing. That's what parenting is all about. Parenting is not just about giving them privilege and shielding them from danger and making them comfortable all along. That's not parenting. That's something else. A child that is overly privileged has other people employed to take care of them. They can't take care of themselves. They cannot take care of themselves. Someone else is taking care of them. They can't even cook porridge. Even black tea, they can't cook for themselves. They don't know where the kitchen is. They don't know how to light a stove or how to light the cooker. They don't know. They have no idea. They don't know where foodstuffs are bought. They just see food coming. They think food comes from the fridge. It is pathetic, to say the least. It is not helping the child in any way to be street smart. I mean, the child should know where food is coming from. Send them to the market to buy food and let them negotiate and bring back balance and so on, and let them count money. Some of you are shielding your children from money. You're thinking that they're going to become thieves if they love money. That's a very bad mentality. That's how I was raised. I was raised to fear money. Now money fears me. I can't even, I don't think I deserve money. I'm working for someone, by the way, and I took my wife to meet this person. You know what they told my wife? They said, this guy doesn't know the value he has. He doesn't even know how much to ask money for. He's asking me for 1/3 of what I can give him. What was I talking about? I was talking about street smartness. And money is part of it. We're going to talk about money at another point in time. The point I'm raising today is that the first pillar of teaching your child to be street smart is to teach them survival. Under survival, the first thing we've talked about is let them learn to take care of themselves. Himself. That's what they normally say in Uganda. Himself should take care of himself. Right? Let these guys learn how to take care of themselves from the get-go. Tomorrow we're going to go deeper under survival. Until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.